Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour.
Stay away from the window. Stay away from the window. Come here.
Really?
North London, Finchley. There was a shooting 2 days ago. It involved semi-automatic weapons, where residents say that the police was in a shootout with people in a house. A house was also shot up and the windows upstairs and downstairs were shot out, and there was a lot of damage to that actual area. We received the footage initially from UK Gossip, so big up to them for actually making the story public, because it turns out that there was no report about this.
You got fucking gun police around here. Gun blood club police. Oh my god. Oh my god. God. What the fuck? No, get down. No, get down.
So there is semi-automatic weapons are being discharged on streets, residential streets, and nobody's saying anything about it. I'm even being told by people that are sending me footage that the police have told them not to talk about it. So it begs the question as to who is actually passing this information to people to tell them to not discuss what is happening in their own areas. This is what is important to people that live there.
Roll. This place is gonna be packing.
If automatic weapons are going off like you would expect in a war zone, and nobody is even condemning this behaviour or saying it even happened, then that is quite dangerous, because we've seen in the past week the amount of things that police have been getting away with, the amount of things they're caught on CCTV doing when they think nobody is watching. And it would be a very dangerous thing to start a trend to begin, where we let police officers determine what information and what things should be discussed by the public.
Sorry mate, stop acting dumb.
In this video, it shows a lot of rounds going off, and it took 2 days for me to receive a picture of the whole story. It even shows a man that's been arrested in connection with this actual incident, so it confirms that people were involved in this, and another man was believed to have left the scene, and some people speculate that shots were exchanged between somebody and the police, but that is merely speculation because there's no official report. And it isn't actually my job to report news in this way. This is the whole point, is that I discuss news. I want to discuss things that have happened and try and find lessons that we can take from it, maybe even mistakes in what happened, or advice for people that are actually watching the channel, the young subscribers. But without a news report, it's really difficult for me to be able to have that context. So I have to literally be able to just say it happened, that's all. We're not telling the police to solve the crime. We're not telling anybody to do anything. We're just saying, acknowledge that it happened. Because if you was a young lad living in this area and you woke up to this sort of thing happening and nobody said anything, would you not be thinking this was more okay? This was normal? Because this is not normal, this isn't what should be happening, and it's definitely not something that we shouldn't be discussing. I'm not going to show the home of the house that was involved in this, mainly just due to the fact of I don't know what the people was involved in. It might jeopardise their safety, because again, there's no official report, so I've got nothing to work off. So I'm having to use my own initiative to be able to determine what is safe to talk about and what might not be. So for the time being, I'm not going to show that footage of the actual house. But I do hope that everybody's okay. I've heard no reports of injuries to do with this, but then at the same time there's no reports of it actually happening, and this is what I mean by how dangerous it can actually get, and this is what we need to avoid happening. And the dangers of not reporting news are it's really dangerous to not report news, because at the end of the day a lot of kids will think that it becomes normal. This was highlighted in a recent article by Max Daly in Vicenews. Me and the Ian R twins discussed this on the podcast, which is available to members now on YouTube and will be available to everybody else later on. And in this one story that this article highlighted, it's about a shooting that occurred. I covered all of these shootings actually, but one of the shootings that occurred was an argument that started over a house party app. Several people were having a chat online. This is what everybody uses to have a discussion now during this lockdown. And basically, somebody came onto this app that was from a rival postcode gang. He started making threats and brandishing a gun. The attack was not covered by the media, and the kid basically, in retaliation for that, 2 gunmen shot up a DFC chicken shop in the Handsworth area with bullets. A 17-year-old was later charged with possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. And this shows the extent and how serious what's been going on is. Like, these are kids that are arguing over house party apps, and then they're going to commit gun crimes because of it. This shouldn't be happening. Kids shouldn't be getting so triggered by this. But at the same time, it's like they say, it's social media. So it's a brilliant article that I suggest that you read. It's on Vicenews.com. And I'll be doing an interview with them very soon, actually. So I'll be able to explain a bit more about what I'm doing and what's going on, and also what they could be doing to basically help with making media a bit fairer. And I really appreciate you joining me today. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please let me know if you have watched the podcast, what you think in the comments. Peace.